look, living here now for 5 years, it feels like home. Santa Barbara feels like home. Brought up both of our kids in Santa Barbara. I think left the UK when my son Archie was about 6 months old, and Lily, my daughter, was born here. What do I miss the most? Being British, maybe I'm not going to say the weather, but I don't know. I think, look, there's lots of little bits and pieces that I miss. I guess the countryside is a big piece to that, and one of the reasons why we live in Santa Barbara. I'm not really a city person. I like to be out in space with a big sky above me. But no, you know what? Life takes extraordinary turns. And we are, as a family, we're so happy here. The US provides so much opportunity and also a safe space for us, which has been great.
Just a couple of hours after Prince Harry struggled to mention what he missed in the UK, Richard Fitzwilliams claims that the royal family do not want Harry and Meghan back in the UK. Is their reaction a coincidence just hours after Harry revealed he is happy in the US?
First of all, Miraj, at this point, I can say that carnival of so-called experts are once again liars. Mm-hmm. They are extremely hypocrites. They're very, very hypocritical. Yeah. And they are big, big liars. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't want Harry back in the UK, then why do you write countless articles demanding that Harry comes back to the UK? Yeah. Why? Why are you doing it? Mm-hmm. And then why are you also saying this? Just hours after Harry said himself, once again, this interview came out of what he did, or what he said last month, basically, at the Afron Summit. He clearly is happy in America with his wife Meghan, mm-hmm. with his kids. They are happy and they feel safe. Mm-hmm. And then right now you're hearing from Carnival of so-called experts, oh, you know what, Harry, we don't want you back here. Mm-hmm. We don't want you back here. It's like a case of Harry, you don't reject us. Mm-hmm. We are the ones who reject you. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. UK media are practically begging mm-hmm. for Harry to come back to the UK. Mm-hmm. They are begging on their knees, begging for Harry to come back to the UK. They want him back in the UK. And even that's why they're doing everything in their power to mess up Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lily's lives in America. That's why they're doing everything in their power to force Harry out of the US. Harry, we now know for a fact, in an interview mm-hmm. that just came out, of what he said last month at the Afron Summit, he said he's happy in the US. And this is not the first time
he said that.
Mm-hmm. Harry has said this often. Last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he's been saying this constantly. Mm-hmm. But UK media don't want to accept his words. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because also they need him mm-hmm. to want to come back. They need him mm-hmm. to regret mm-hmm. ever leaving the royal family. Mm-hmm. But they're angry because that isn't happening. Yeah. So what are they doing? They're trying to say that Harry, he regrets it. He wants to come back here. Mm-hmm. And even right now, after Harry said that he loves it in the US, they're saying to him, Harry, you know what? We'll get you removed from the US. And you know what? Don't come back here to the UK. Go elsewhere. This behavior of trying to control where Harry lives, where Harry stays, what Harry does, is a sickness on the community. Yeah. Because they refuse to accept that they have no control over the spare's life, over his future, over his destiny. And they're angry and they're pissed off about it, Miraj. Yeah. They're very angry. What do you think?
Of course they're pissed, because it's very funny. Just hours after these clips is circulating, where he's saying he's happy, he loves life in Montecito. Now they're saying they do not want Harry and Meghan back, which also is a contradiction to the previous, even the media. Jeremy Vine, they wanted them back. They named them valuable assets. So
they want them back.
What is worse? By force.
Exactly. Yeah. So they know the truth. They want Harry back, and they'll do everything about to get him back, and they can't accept his rejection. Mm-hmm. They don't want to accept his rejection. Yeah. So what more did he say basically?
So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle would opt for Portugal or Canada rather than return to the UK if they were to leave the United States, according to a royal commentator. The Duke of Sussex visa records have been at the center of a legal battle in the US regarding whether he admitted to taking drugs on his immigration forms.
Now, Miraj, let me just start by saying this, on what is being said by Richard Fitzwilliams. Just hours after we saw that video of Harry saying he's happy in the US, they're like, no, Harry, you will leave the US. You will leave the US. The abuse of Wikimedia is what made Harry take Meghan and Archie and flee the UK. And now Harry himself has said, constantly, not once, not twice, many times, he said his family, Meghan, Archie, Lily, himself, he feels safe in America. They, as a family, feel safe in America, in the US. And what Wikimedia have been doing, they have been creating a hostile environment for Harry and Meghan. They are trying to do that in the US, like they did to them in the UK, hoping that will make Harry leave the US. And people must condemn this harassment. It is this kind of harassment that led to the death of Harry's mother, Diana, who was hounded to her death. And I feel like more and more people who are angry after what happened to Diana, where are you? Where are you? Come out and condemn what's going on. UK media hounded Prince Harry and Meghan out of the UK. Now they're trying to hound them out of the US. Look at what happened to Diana. Look at what they did to her. They chased her to France. And they chased her to her death. People must unite and say, no, not again. Not again. We can't allow UK media to do to Prince Harry and Meghan and Archie and Lilibet what UK media did to Diana. Remember Harry's own words, who said that, Harry said even a couple of years ago that instead of those paparazzi helping Diana, after chasing her to her death, instead of helping her, because according to police reports, Diana was alive before, even after the car accident, basically. She was still alive, basically. She was alive. And instead of paparazzi helping her out, after chasing her, they stood there and took pictures of her.
Oh no.
And Harry,
That's just sad.
that has pained him for a long time. It has pained him for a very, very long time, basically. And now, we are seeing them hounding and harassing Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, who fled to the US. Well, you can say the US is more like a sanctuary, a safe haven for Harry and Meghan. UK media want the US not to be a safe sanctuary for Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
And they're like, Harry, you know what? Go to Portugal. Go elsewhere. Just leave the US. This is harassment. The word for this is harassment. And this is dangerous. It's dangerous. And people must join hands and call this out. Where are the people who are crying after Diana passed away? Where are they? Where are they? Why are they quiet? Why are they silent, basically? Because we are seeing that history is
repeating itself.
Exactly. And we need people to come out and condemn the ongoing harassment of Prince Harry and Meghan, which must come to an end. Yeah.
Speaking to GB News, Richard Fitzwilliams said, in the case that Harry was deported, he will not necessarily come back to the UK. He will go to Canada, where they were before moving to the US, or Portugal, where they have a holiday home.
Harry said last year that, according to Wikimedia, that he has moved many times, that he has homes here and there. Harry already debunked these lies last year.
Yeah.
But they're still spreading the same lies.
Same ones.
Because if Harry has a home in Portugal, what are the pictures of the property? Where are those pictures of this property that Harry can have? Where are they? Where are they, basically?
Yeah.
Once again, they keep on spreading lies after lies after lies targeting Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
And then they think that somehow they can hound Harry and Meghan out of the US. by trying to get Harry deported from the US and back to the UK. Even Trump himself said this. He will not basically deport Prince Harry. But UK media want him to do that.
They keep pushing.
They keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, hoping that he does what they want to mess up the lives that Harry and Meghan have made for themselves in America, which is wrong. It is wrong. It's harassment. It is abuse. It is bullying, and it must stop. It must stop. You know? Yeah.
Fitzwilliams added, obviously the royal family will not want the Sussex in Britain, but the Sussex will not want to come to Britain. This mutual reluctance for a return to the UK will come amid the ongoing tensions between the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the rest of the royal family, according to Fitzwilliams. The couple stepped back from royal duties in 2020 and have been living in California for nearly 5 years. Prince Harry's US visa records have been the subject of a legal battle between the Heritage Foundation and the Department of Homeland Security. A judge recently ruled that 3 visa documents will be made public while a 4th will remain sealed. Despite this ongoing case, US President Donald Trump has ruled out deporting the Duke of Sussex. Fitzwilliams told GB News that Trump's decision stems from his respect for the monarchy. Donald Trump does not want a battle with a member of the royal family, he said. It will be appealed through the courts and it will have a huge amount of publicity. The royal commentator said he values his trips in 2018 and 2019. He values his links with the royal family. Fitzwilliams added, Harry is still 5th in line to the throne and is still a member of the royal family. That is why Trump does not want that battle.
First of all, let me just say this, because I feel like they're saying that Trump does not want to fight Harry because he doesn't want to. He respects the royal family, the monarchy in the UK. If he respected the royal family, then why is he attacking Harry's wife, the mother of Harry's kids? He attacks Meghan because he knows Charles and William are behind the ongoing bullying of Meghan and they are okay with it. They have no issue with it. You know, they have no problem with it. That's why he attacks Meghan. That's why even he doesn't attack Harry even as much, because the fam want Harry back in the UK and in the royal fold, whereby he can be controlled by William, whereby he can be William's scapegoat again, and be start Will again following Kate and William around, having no future or life of his own. You know, that's the misery that the fam want to inflict upon Prince Harry. You know, and also on what he said basically about if this court case is appealed, right, he'll get a huge amount of publicity, which is what UK media want basically, publicity. To sell papers and get clicks. Once again, using Harry and Meghan's name by trying to mess up the lives that Harry and Meghan have made for themselves in America, which is wrong. Once again, it's harassment. It's harassment. Harry has done nothing wrong, but to this day, basically, they're looking for something they can use to attack him or even destroy him. To this day, 5 years later, even 8 years later after he and Meghan met, they're still looking for ammunition to use against Harry and Meghan. That tells you of the amazing, impeccable character Harry and Meghan have. If for the past 8 years, UK media have been looking for that of Meghan and they found nothing, honestly, that tells you who Meghan is. If for the past 8 years looking for that about Prince Harry to destroy him and Meghan, to prop up William and Hamilton, and they still have nothing, that tells you who Harry and Meghan are. They're amazing, remarkable people. And still you're having UK media looking for that on Meghan, that on Prince Harry, and they still can't find anything.
And they never will.
And they never will find anything. And they will never will find anything because Harry and Meghan are not bad people. They are good people with very good hearts, you know, Miraj. You know? And I feel like we need people to condemn this ongoing harassment of Harry and Meghan. It's harassment. It's hounding, it's harassment.
It's bullying,
and it has got to stop. Because first of all, even this issue on trying to deport Prince Harry, it is them wanting him to force out of the US by force, because they can see how happy he is, and they want to ruin and destroy his happiness. William also is someone who can't stand seeing Harry happy. He's someone who wants to destroy his brother. He can't stand seeing Harry happy. And UK media attack Prince Harry to please Prince William. It is wrong. It is wrong. And shame on William and shame on Charles, Camilla and Hamilton being part of this ongoing bullying of Harry and Meghan. Shame on them.
Shame on you.
And it's high time that, of course, we need more people condemning the ongoing harassment of Harry and Meghan, because this must stop.
It's got to end.
Thank you, Miraj.
So thank you so much, Brian, and thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share this video. I'm Miraj.
I'm Brian.
And we will see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye. I want to say thank you for watching our video, and please kindly like, subscribe, and support our evergreen family on YouTube. I always say that the battle between good and evil will continue until the end of time, and we are on the side of God. We condemn the ongoing hate campaign being waged against Meghan, Prince Harry, Archie, and Lilibet, and we ask William, Charles, Kate, Camilla to please end this. Please end this. The time has come. You must stop your smear campaign and apologize to Prince Harry and Meghan. Apologize to Harry, Meghan, to Archie, and Lilibet for all the pain you've caused them. And once again, it's been so many years of you following this channel. I want to say thank you. To our new subscribers, please welcome and join in, and welcome to the family. We love you very much, and thank you for all your support. It means the world to us, and may God bless you immensely, immensely, immensely. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you, always and forever, and may God bless you all.